Right, today I want to talk about the things that I do like and the things that I do not like about the FJ1200. The FJ1200 is a bike that you want to ride every single day. Even in its oldest state now, you just want to ride it every single day. You want to be on the FJ1200. You want to feel a part of the FJ1200. It makes you feel that way. And you just can't get enough of it. So that's one thing I don't like about the FJ. It is highly, highly addictive. The second thing I don't like about the FJ is that she is alcoholic. She likes to drink. She drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks and drinks. An amazing, amazing, amazing drinker. Oh my God. It is amazing. Well, my picture was just taken by a Chinese guy on the FJ. I hope that I'm looking extra sexy today. But yes, the third thing I don't like about the FJ is that I can't find much things to fault the FJ about. That's the third thing I don't like about the FJ, that I can't find enough things to fault this bike about. For a motorcycle 30 years old, it's just amazing to ride. It gives you confidence when you're riding it like no other bike does. It's just a confident builder. It sits firmly, it turns superbly. I like the FJ. I really like the FJ. It's high maintenance because it's an older bike. It's not a new bike. It's a carbureted driven bike. So if you've never driven a carbureted driven bike before, you will probably won't like the feeling, the vibration into it, and so forth. But if you've ridden a carbureted driven bike before, then the FJ it wouldn't feel no different in no way. The FJ's got power in every gear. Second gear, third gear. Ooh, like quickly. The FJ is not a slow bike in any department. The FJ1200, look, you can see I'm very, very low on fluid, fuel. I'm going straight to the petrol garage to refuel. I haven't ridden this bike for over 7 months. It's just been sitting and I haven't ridden it like any distance. I've just like taken around the block just to keep the pistons turning and keep the bike going. I don't know the speed limit of this road, if it's 20 or 30. Yeah, so many different changes on the road. The bike is comfortable to ride. It vibrates, yes it does. You could feel the vibration, but it's not a vibration that you cannot bear. It's a vibration that you feel like you love it, like it makes you feel a part of the bike. This bike has no ABS. It's standard. It's as standard as you get. It's a man's bike. And everywhere you go on a FJ1200, other bikers that knows bike will have to look at it if it's in a good condition, if it's not a piece of old crap. This bike, I bought this bike initially to turn it in a cafe racer. I wanted to turn this bike into a cafe racer. And when I buy the bike and I ride it for the first time, it's like I fell in love with it, and I did not want to change the original form of it. I also took the bike to my garage which my mechanic advised me not to do anything to change this bike. Alright, bless man. I'm just enjoying the bike, letting it warm up a bit, and it's very, very cold today. Very, very cold today. My hands are nice and warm in the Richer Cold Protect gloves. I've got the AGV helmet on, the AGV touring helmet. That's the helmet I'm wearing. I'm feeling comfortable, I'm feeling confident. I could feel the cold around me, and if I want to feel a little bit warmer, then I could just pull down my helmet. Ooh! Wow, look at that. I'm ready to ride. The bike pulled me so hard just now without me noticing. It was amazing. Beautiful people running. Children, fathers and mothers and aunties and cousins running. FJ is so confident in turning. It's a very windy day today, so if it's very windy on the outside, I apologize for that. I have done a lot of wind protection on my actual system, camera system myself. Yeah, today we're just out enjoying the FJ for a bit. Yamaha FJ1200. I paid £2,000 for this bike, and it's £2,000 that I don't regret paying. Initially, after buying this bike for £2,000, I ended up spending about an extra additional £1,000, maybe £1,100. So all in all, I used £3,000 on this bike, and I don't regret using £3,000. Many people would say, then why didn't you go and buy a bike that values £3,000? Well, if you maintain your motorcycle like I do, and if you try to maintain your motorcycle like I do, then you will end up using a lot of money on your motorcycle. It's unavoidable. If you buy a bike for £3,000 from a dealer because you're scared of buying it from somebody private, then you're gonna have to check everything on that bike. You can't trust what the dealer says. And when you take that bike to the garage after honing it or believing what they said for 6 months, you find out that you need new clutch, you need new brakes disc and new brakes pad, and sorry, and you say to yourself, then I just buy this bike from the dealer like 6 months ago. But yeah, you've been riding it for 6 months. It's not gonna stay like that forever. It's not gonna stay like that forever, especially when a bike is coming from a dealer. They will buy a bike, a dealer buy a bike from a private individual like myself that takes care of my bike. When I take my bike to part exchange it for a newer bike, they will give me the best price for my bike by examining it. And the most things that is done on my bike, they don't have to do it. So if the brake is done, they don't have to do it. If they pull the air filter and the air filter is clean, they don't have to change it. If the brake fluid is working properly and the cables are connected, they don't have to change that. So they will just clean up the bike as best as they can and sell it on to the next person that would like to own the bike. And when you get that bike, the previous owner before the dealer was using it. So you will have to change clutch, you will have to change a lot of things on that bike. So you will have to end up spend not £3,000 on your bike, but £4,000 to £5,000 when you realize how much things that needs to be done on this bike. And that's the way it is. I decided to buy a cheap sport touring bike, one that I will enjoy riding, I will feel confident riding, and one that will teach me motorcycle feeling that the older boys had. And I could have gone ahead and buy any bike I want, a new R1, a new Fireblade. I could have bought any bike I want, but I don't want none of them bikes. Not because I don't love all of them, I love every single bike, but I don't want any one of them bikes until I really enjoy all that motorcycle have to offer. For me, it's not just about speed. Yes, I do ride fast. Yes, I do a lot of training. Yes, I do a lot of touring. So I do have the ability to go fast and judge myself when I'm going fast and assess the road. So I don't go down the road blasting down the road because I can blast down the road. No, when I'm at the right place at the right time and it's clear and it's possible, then I will give my bike a little blast. And that's how it is for me So riding a sports bike, it's a sports super bike. It's not, for me, it's not about showing. A motorcycle is not about showing and yeah, I ride the best and the newest bike. It's about where you're going. Motorcycle is not about what you're riding, but actually Cycle Cruiser says motorcycle is not about what you're riding, it's about where you're going, and for me that's true. I'm riding the Yamaha FJ1200, 30 odd year old bike, and I'm in love with it. I love the looks of it, I love the ride quality. It makes you feel superior, it flicks out of any situation. And I think that Yamaha, when they built the FJ1200, they built a superior bike in that year. It's a well built bike. I'm gonna flick my heated grips on. My body is nice and warm. This is the middle of winter. My body is nice and warm, but I feel just the tip of my fingers just a little bit at 1% cold. I am wearing the richer Gore-Tex gloves. Said to be very good. I've been wearing these gloves for a while now, but haven't been able to ride in them properly. But every 5 minutes, every now and then I will get a 5 minutes ride in it, or a 10 minutes ride. But I'm actually using them in when they said they need to be used, and that's in winter. The FJ1200 has no trouble keeping up in any situation. Just roll on throttle. It's just a beautiful day today. Very, very nice. I'm just loving this bike. Let's see how fast the FJ can pull off from the light. No problem reaching the speed limit.